Apocalypse. Something every gamer wants to happen deep down in their heart. And frankly, it would be a lot of fun to shred zombies in real life. And let's be honest, we won't survive a single day. For that, we have zombie games. These have been around for a while and they keep evolving. For that zombie killing crave, we've compiled the best games for you to play. Hey everyone, this is Bilal Masood and welcome to another episode of Play Palette. At number 5, we have State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 is an open world zombie survival game developed by Undead Labs and published by Xbox Game Studios. It's a sequel to the 2013 game State of Decay and was released for Windows and Xbox One in May 2018. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies. Players must scavenge for resources, build a base, and manage a community of survivors in order to survive. This game features a world in a third person perspective where people need food, water, medicine, and other resources to survive. Players can build and upgrade a base to provide shelter to their community and to store resources. A variety of weapons and vehicles can be used in combat to kill hordes of zombies. This game also features permadeath, which means if you die, you start from scratch. The zombies in State of Decay 2 are slow and lumbering, but they are relentless and can quickly overwhelm players if they are not careful. There are also a variety of special zombies, such as the Juggernaut, which is a large and powerful zombie that can easily kill players. Some critics have argued that the gameplay in State of Decay 2 can be repetitive, and that there is not enough variety in the tasks that players must complete. Some players have also complained that the game lacks content, and that there is not enough to do after players have completed the main storyline. At number 4 is Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 is a 2019 survival horror game developed and published by Capcom. It's a remake of the 1998 game of the same name and follows the stories of rookie police officer Leon S. Kennedy and college student Claire Redfield as they attempt to escape from the zombie-infested Raccoon City. This game is played from a third-person perspective, which allows players to have a better view of the surroundings and the approaching danger. The remake features a modern over-the-shoulder camera, which provides a more immersive experience and adds to the suspense. The game is focused on exploration, resource management, and puzzle solving. Players need to be careful about their ammo and health and use their environment to their advantage to survive. The game can be played as either Leon S. Kennedy or Claire Redfield, each with their own unique storyline and perspective on the events of the game. The game has multiple endings depending on the player's choices and actions throughout the game. The zombies in Resident Evil 2 are some of the most iconic in video game history. They are slow and lumbering, but can be deadly in large numbers. The remake features updated graphics and animations, which makes the game's zombies even more terrifying. Some players criticized the game for its linear gameplay, which they felt was a step back from the more open-ended design from the original game. The game can be completed in around 10 to 15 hours, which some players felt was too short. While the remake is visually impressive, some players felt that it did not offer enough new content to justify its price tag. At number 3, we have Dead Space Remake. The Dead Space remake, released in January 2023, is a stunning and terrifying reimagining of 2028 sci-fi survival horror classic. Developed by Motive Studios and published by Electronic Arts, the game takes players back aboard the USG Ishimura, a massive mining ship overrun by Grosstech Necrons. Enhanced visuals and audio create a truly immersive experience. The Frostbite engine delivers stunning detail, from the grimy corridors to the horrifying contortions of Necrons. Immersive audio designs puts you right in the heart of the horror, with every creak and groan amplifying the tension. Improved gameplay builds upon the original foundation. Dead Space retains its core gameplay loop of strategic dismemberment, but adds new mechanics and refinements. Zero gravity sections are more dynamic and engaging, and the plasma clutter feels more satisfying to use. The Necrons are more gruesome and terrifying than ever. These reanimated corpses are twisted and mutated, with exposed bones, pulsating flesh, and a hunger for human flesh. Different types of Necrons require different strategies to take down, adding depth and challenge to the combat. People did not like the fact that the story remains largely faithful to the original, which may disappoint players looking for something new, and while the environments are impressive, some players find the game to be too linear and lacking in exploration opportunities. Overall, the Dead Space remake is a successful and faithful reimagining of a beloved classic. With its stunning visuals, immersive audio, and improved gameplay, it's a must-play for fans of the original and newcomers to the series alike. At number 2, we have Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 Stay Human is a 2022 action role-playing game developed and published by Techland. It's the sequel to the critically acclaimed Dying Light and takes place 15 years after the events of the original game. The world has been overrun by the infected and humanity is struggling to survive. You play as Aiden Caldwell, a wandering pilgrim who travels between the few remaining human settlements. Aiden is haunted by his past, particularly his decision to abandon his sister Mia as a child. He eventually learns that Mia may still be alive and on the last remaining city on Earth. Aiden sets out on a journey to find Mia and uncover the truth about his past. Dying Light 2 is a first-person open-world game that combines parkour and combat. Players can explore the city freely using parkour to navigate its rooftops and streets. The game also features a day and night cycle, with the infected becoming more aggressive at night. The infected in Dying Light 2 are not your typical slow-moving zombies. They're fast, agile, and deadly. During the day, they're mostly confined to dark areas, but they come out in force at night. Players must use their parkour skills to avoid the infected and their attacks. Dying Light 2 Stay Human is a solid sequel to the original game. It offers a large and detailed open world to explore, along with challenging and rewarding gameplay. However, the story and characters may not appeal to everyone. Lastly, we have The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 is a 2020 action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It's a sequel to 2013's critically acclaimed The Last of Us and takes place 5 years after the events of the first game. The game follows the story of Ellie, a young woman who has survived the outbreak of the cordyceps fungus, which has turned most of the humanity into creatures. Ellie is haunted by the past and seeks revenge on those responsible for the death of her loved ones. The Last of Us Part 2 is a third-person action-adventure game. Players can control Ellie as she explores a post-apocalyptic world, scavenging for resources and fighting off infected and hostile humans. The game features a variety of weapons and stealth mechanics, and players can choose to approach combat in a variety of ways. The infected creatures in The Last of Us Part 2 are known as clickers and runners. Clickers are blind, but they have a powerful echolocation sense that allows them to track down their prey. Runners are fast and more agile than clickers, but they are not as deadly. The game was criticized for being too graphic and too violent. Players didn't like some of the characters, such as Abby, as they were forced to play that character. People were also unhappy about the plot and the game's pace, stating that the pace was too uneven. So that's all of it. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Play Palette, and go check out our website. The link is going to be in the description. Thank you for having me. Until next time, peace.